What is up, YouTube? That's how I'm gonna introduce myself right on. And today, as you read the title, we are gonna be reading Reddit. Okay? Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first one we're gonna be reading says, I saw people with no faces. So these are paranormal encounters, obviously. This happened around 3 years ago. So I don't have a photo. I also didn't have a phone back then, as my mom, despite me being 13, didn't like the idea of me having a phone. Reasonable. I got my first one at 9. I don't know if that changed anything. After a walk in a park, my mom was ready to take me and my siblings home. We went in a car. We went into the car and went as normal. But then I noticed a bunch of people jogging and an awfully high amount of them. Around 30 to 40, maybe even 50 people. They were all faceless. Yes, faceless. I told my brother and sister, and they looked out the window and noticed it too. I know it wasn't me. My mom noticed as well after I told her. She said to ignore it, and I definitely didn't. They were all wearing jerseys. Keep in mind, it was cold out, and they were all running along a tiny sidewalk. I was able to watch them for 5 minutes, even while driving parallel with the sidewalk, although we were moving quite slow due to a speed limit. The streetlights were on. There were runners passed by when they did. I definitely should have been able to see their faces, yet they had no faces. They were simply jogging. Nothing was wrong with their posture of movement. It was simple, plain, normal jogging. I remember being quite scared and mostly confused and curious when this happened. Ask me any questions if you are curious. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Wait, there's an edit. The edit says, I did want to add some more details. They didn't make any sound whatsoever. And what I remember had 0 shadows. They were all perfectly coordinated and completely ignored the loud car my mom drove. Okay. So that was definitely, that's definitely something. That's kind of okay. I'd be scared if I saw faceless people running. I hope none of them start singing. I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about, oh, he is singing. I don't want to be copyrighted again. But do you think if I sung We Are Charlie Kirk, I would be copyrighted because it's AI? I wonder. Let's read some comments. Yes, they put a picture in. That's freaky. Even the women are bald. It was just a creepy photo, and OP responded and said, that's definitely unsettling. It didn't look like that for me though. The heads weren't glossy and they weren't jerseys. Someone said it could have been a glitch in the Matrix maybe or something. I don't know. This is very unexplainable yet scary. And OP responded, I personally don't believe in the Matrix at all, but for all I know, this could definitely be true. It's definitely something. Okay, let's go to the next one. I don't really know how to help you with that one. Let's get hydrated, shall we? Have you drank water today? I've been only drinking water. My TV just turned off by itself. Oh, and it's back on. That's beautiful. Okay. Next one. My mom woke me up, but when I woke up, my mom was sleeping. Hold on. So your mom woke you up, but when you woke up, like, your mom was sleeping. Okay, I got it. Hi guys. I have no idea if I should post this here because originally because originally posted this in Creepy Encounters, but got banned for it. Mods are hella strict. But this is an encounter that really confuses me. I'm not much of a dreamer, but when I do dream, there's always something off that lets me know it's a dream, like NPCs, random things that make no sense, etc. This happened twice that I know of, but the most recent one was much more confusing. I was sleeping when I felt a tap and heard my name being called. It was my mom. She had her jacket and stuff on. She seemed ready to go, and she told me to get ready because we were getting ready to go. I was like, okay, and then proceeded to get ready. I noticed that the house was too quiet, so I decided to see if my mom was asleep. Probably was asleep. And she was. My mom was trapped in the covers, knocked out. She didn't look like she had gotten up or anything. The entire house was sleeping besides me. What time was this? I'm very curious to know what time of night this was or time of day. Like if everybody was sleeping but you, it kind of sounds like it's like at 5 in the morning. I don't know where y'all are getting ready to go, but you know, I don't know. I was very confused because my mom had just woke me. Why didn't she wake up my brother? Why did she go back to sleep? I decided to stay up, and when my mom finally woke up, I asked her if she woke me up. She said no, and that she was asleep the whole time. I was confused because, yeah, she did wake me up. I realized that I never heard the person walk away, so what was that? Maybe my mom just doesn't remember that she woke me up or something. I have no idea. You know, my friend had a similar thing happen. It was like during COVID. I don't know if I can share this story. This is like, yeah, I don't know if I can share it. Let's read the comments. This comment says, do you or any of your family members have a sleep disorder, like sleepwalking or other? Or maybe it was like a dream too realistic, like you... I know when I'm dreaming, but sometimes the dream becomes too detailed and I think it's real. OP responded, no sleep disorders like this. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe. Like, these type of things can be really scary. That's my shirt. What time is it? It's 3:27 p.m. But those type of things that you can experience are really scary. Water. I'm wearing chapstick so you can see my lips on here. Let's read more comments. Whoa! Another comment. This says, this reminds me of when I thought I was on the phone with my dad in bed, but then I woke up with my hand on my ear, phoneless, and I still said hello. In all seriousness, to me, it sounded like a out-of-body thing. Like she was out of her body, doing her routine, not knowing. And in the middle of the night, it could have been one of those hyper-real dreams too, but only you can know that. Talking is hurting right here. Someone said, oh my, maybe the OP said, oh my. Yeah, maybe it is just a dream. I think the comments are slowly letting OP know it's a dream. It's like, OP, that's probably a dream is what these comments are making me feel. One of the comments says, you were dreaming, nothing paranormal happened here. Come on, man. Why are you being such a Debbie Downer? Yeah, we're gonna read this one. My granddad gave me a journal for a girl who wasn't born yet. Okay. This one seems a bit longer and I struggle to read. So, I'm getting closer, y'all. My granddad died when I was 17. He was 84 and had been in a nursing home for 2 years with bad dementia. I'd visit on Sundays, and most weeks he wouldn't know who I was. I'm guessing this is had called me his sister's name or just looked past me at the window for an hour. About a fortnight before he died, I went up to see him, and he was really lucid that day. He reached under his bed for a small brown leather journal, lined and completely blank, and he pressed it into my hand and said, "For the one who writes when she's ready." I remembered laughing because I wasn't a writer. I was doing maths, chemistry, A-levels. I said, "Granddad, I don't write anything." He just shook his head and said, "For the one who writes when she's ready," and he wouldn't let me give it back. I took it home, and it went into my A-level revision box and then a plastic crate. When I went off to uni, I've moved 4 times since, including the flat my husband and 2 renovations, and I haven't seen the journal in 15 years. My daughter is 7, and about a month ago she started writing little stories on the back of letters from school, then on receipts, and then she found my work notebook, and I caught her copying passages from a book into the margins of it. She's never really been a reader, and now suddenly she is, and she's writing constantly. I told my husband I was going to pop to, I don't know, W.H. Smith on Wednesday. That's a Saturday. On the Saturday to get her a proper journal of her own. I came back from the shop on Saturday afternoon, put the bag down in the hall, and went to hang up my coat in the bedroom wardrobe. There on the shelf next to my husband's jumper was the brown leather journal, exactly as my granddad gave it to me, lined completely blank, apart from the front page where, why do you keep saying head? Where it had written the words. I asked my husband. He said our cleaner found it somewhere in the spare room a few days ago and put it with our clothes because she thought it was something we kept. She doesn't remember exactly where, just on the floor behind some boxes. I haven't shown it to my daughter yet. It's in a drawer in my desk. My granddad was given his first journal by his own grandfather when he was 7. I probably sound mental. I know how this reads, but I think it was for her. Genuinely, I agree. I think it was for your daughter. Yeah. Especially because your granddad also had something just like that, like given his first notebook when he was 7, and she's 7 now, and all of a sudden she's writing. I genuinely think that was made for her. Oh, at the auto turn. But yeah. Let's read the comments. There's a lot of them. Let's read the comments. Whoa. Okay. Oh, my eyes went blurry. This one says, "It is meant for her. Your granddad knew beforehand. You might want to ask her in a roundabout way how she developed this interest." In parentheses, this is reading/writing. Not make it obvious. Just tell her you're glad that she's taken an interest. I have a feeling her answer just might surprise you. AITAH, if you haven't already. It's time to tell her about her great-grandfather, what he was like, etc. Especially at the time you give her the journal. I have a feeling she knows him, and she was a gift to you from him. He watches over her and over you. And someone else responded, "Don't make me cry." Another comment says, "It's clearly not a coincidence. Your granddad was given a journal when he was 7, and now your daughter all of a sudden started to write at age 7. It's for her. I agree you should tell her who it is from, and how he was also given one at the same age. I'd love to know what she has to say about it. You know, I want ones that have updates, because I want to know what, like, her daughter said about it. My back hurts. Wow, that was nice. Well, okay, that's it for today. If you want me to read more stuff, I can read. What is going on out there? Oh, my sister's right there. But, if you want me to read more Reddits, please tell me in the comments, like I've ever gotten a comment. And I can read Am I the A-Holes next time. Drink your water and clean your room, okay? Bye-bye.